Ahoy there! How are we doing, everybody? I'm Ben from Fully Charged, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Moustache Xroad 7, not my new treehouse that I've been building for my son, which is super exciting. But actually this bike is just as exciting, and it's been one of our most popular bikes at Fully Charged. And I'm going to run through it today with you, and we're basically going to do my commute. Now, we're in Wanstead Flats, which is about half an hour from London Bridge, where our HQ is. And I do this journey every single day. It is my favourite time of my day, and I've discovered the most awesome route that I'd really like to share with you guys. So we're going to take a ride. I'm going to run through the bike with you, and yeah, can't wait to show you. So, why is this bike so fantastic? Why is it not just one of our favourites, but actually Moustache's best-selling bike? This category has been around since 2013, and out of 50,000 bikes that they produced last year, this is their best-selling bike. Why? Because it's one bike for all. So who are Moustache, and why hasn't everyone heard of them? I mean, they've been a relatively small company for their first few years, but now they are a serious player, and actually a lot of the other manufacturers have been copying them because effectively they're the benchmark in the industry. They're born electric. I mean, they're serious players. But being born electric means that you basically start the design work from the ground up on a blank canvas. So all of the geometry and everything has been designed specific for e-bike, and that you can really tell. You know, that's why they are the benchmark, and other manufacturers have been copying them, but they're still light years ahead. Most of this route is down rivers, canal paths, on superhighways. You can see here we're segregated from the main road, and that's one of the great things about these e-bikes, is you can really explore and not have to take kind of point to point the shortest distance. You can really find the routes and take the scenic tour. It's something you can actually do on the new Nyon, which we'll go into a bit more detail in a bit. But it really is one of the best things about riding these e-bikes. So coming on to the Xroad series, essentially, first of all, what it means is X. It's like half road, half off-road. Really simple. And they've been going with the Xroad since 2013, and they basically launched it with a limited edition, and it was so popular it sold out straight away. So then in 2014 it went into proper production, and it's basically sold out and been their best-selling bike ever since. So we're now in Olympic Park, and you can see the West Ham Stadium over there. We're going to cut through here and go down the River Lee. So the Xroad 7, top of the range Xroad, comes in British Racing Green, which is beautiful. You can have it in closed frame, or you can have it in semi step through like this. It isn't available in full step through like some of the other models, like the Xroad 3, for example, that we carry. Now the reason for that is because it has to have more rigidity because of the CX motor being so powerful. So if you're off to the Surrey Hills or Epping Forest or wherever it may be, this really can handle any kind of mountain bike terrain, any hills with the CX motor. The tyres have got loads of grip on them. You've got the 625 watt hour battery, which is the top of the range power tube battery, extremely secure in the frame. And you've got a relaxed geometry, but it's still very playful, and you've got lots of control. It's just so awesome. It's like, it is my mountain bike to go to the Surrey Hills. It's the commuter bike. It's just everything. And with the CX motor, you can literally take it to really adventurous places. We've got customers that are adapting their mountain bikes to be like this, but then they're actually just like, why bother getting a mountain bike? Because, you know, unless you've got 6 or 7 bikes, this is 2 or 3 bikes in one. It really is awesome. Pure ease. So one of the great features about the Xroad 7, which is exclusive to that, is the Nyon. Now the Nyon, I use it all the time. It's absolutely fantastic. Basically, you can get offline maps, which is one of the best features about it. So it's got inbuilt GPS. It syncs with your phone, with the e-bike Connect app. We're going to have to make a separate video that goes into the depth that you can go to with this, but it shows you altitude, you can zoom in, it's touchscreen, you can connect it with your Commute as well, which is a seriously cool app that's been around for a long time. They've synchronized them together. So the other day, my dad wanted to come to my new house, and it's quite a tricky route to find this awesome route. I wanted to share that with him, but he wanted to come, so I can literally just share that route with him, and he can plug it into his Nyon and follow the navigation through all of this non-road journey, if you know what I mean. So it's just like you can discover, you can save, you can share, and it's got scenic routes, it's just awesome. But we'll go into a bit more depth in another video. So we're at Limehouse now. It's a beautiful day. We are about 10 minutes away from fully charged. I just want to go through some of the key components of the bike. Starting at the back, starting at the real back, you've got the tubular metal mudguards. This is such an important feature from Moustache. Really, really strong. You could literally just bash them and they'll always keep perfect form and look really slick. There's nothing else worse than the cheap plastic mudguards that come on some of the other manufactured e-bikes, and they just look rubbish and they just look cheap and they just make noise, and Moustache mudguards are like really awesome. Then you've got also they've got the cable integrated for the brake light, which is super cool. Then you've got the XT 11-speed Shimano group set. That is really high spec. It's mountain bike style, but it's also great for commuting. It's just really good quality stuff. You've got top of the range hydraulic brakes, and then you've got the Hutchinson Python tyres. Now these tyres are absolutely awesome because they've got a constant bead going through the middle, which is great for road riding, so you don't get that annoying tick 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 noise. But then you've got a lot of bite on the outside, so if you are going off-road and it's wet, you won't slip. It's a really proper mixed purpose wide tyre with loads of Kevlar, so very, very few punctures that we hear of on these tyres. Then you've got the AXA frame lock, which is super convenient when you're popping in to pick up a bottle of wine or whatever it may be that you choose to do, but it's just quickly lock and go, really quick kind of safe locks if the bike's only out of sight for a minute or so. Then you've got the dropper seat post, which does have the suspension in it too, and it's not much travel, but it's just enough to be able to do like jumps off curbs. And it's a really awesome feature to be able to have the dropper post as well. If you don't know what a dropper post is, it's designed for mountain biking, and basically what it does is it adjusts your seat height. So when you're going down a steep hill, you want to be lower, and when you're going on flats or uphill, you want to have the full extension. And that is a really, really cool feature. I particularly like it in London, where there's a lot of stop starting with traffic lights, being able to kind of come off the bike from its elevated height and then drop down. So you can see that it's almost too high, but then when I want to sit on it, it's perfect. It's a really, really cool feature. Once you've had one, you can't not have one. It's so good. You've got supernova lights as well on the front, top of the range. You've got the Suntour forks, which are great, perfectly suitable. Suntour's a great brand. A lot of top of the range e-bikes have Suntour. Don't need more than that on a bike like this. A nice feature as well is the QL3 mount on the Moustache. It's a standard feature on all Moustache rear racks, and it's just really good quality stuff. And you can put the bags on easy and they kind of clip on here, but you never get that kind of like saggy pannier like flapping around making noise. Just really frustrating stuff that you don't have to deal with Moustache. This is brilliant. So who's the Moustache Xroad 7 suitable for? It is basically anyone that wants two bikes, anyone that wants an urban bike and a mountain bike in one. You can be anyone. Super cool. I mean, particularly the high-spec Xroad 7 as well. You know, it's for someone that really appreciates the kind of engineering and spec and wants to really use this bike properly. It's great. So this bike being assisted to 15.5 miles an hour on a journey like this, how fast can you actually go on your own steam? So I'll tell you. I'm quite out of breath. I got to 24 miles an hour there. It's not hard. And it's nice. Cruising at 17, 18 really gets your heart going. And then if you want to blast it, you really can. Or you can just sit at 15.5 miles an hour and let the bike do the work. That's the beauty of it. It's like controlled exercise, and you can actually kind of really intelligently do it depending on your day and how much energy you've got or you want to burn. So out of that whole journey, this is the only bit you really have to keep your wits about you. There's no cycle lane, but the rest of it's so chilled out, and I get to work feeling so energized and refreshed. So we're very proud to be the UK's leading moustache dealer. We carry a huge amount of stock, and you have to do that with Moustache because it sells out very quickly and you have to pre-order it way in advance. So you will find that in a lot of other bike shops that they don't necessarily recommend these bikes, and that's purely because of availability and the fact you have to carry so much stock. Now, we pre-order over 1,000 moustaches, and the Xroad 7 is one of our highest, one of the largest amount that we carry. So we'll just check with Lewis exactly how many we've got in stock, because he knows every bike in and out. So Lewis, what is our current holding of Xroad 7?
So currently across all the sizes in both open and closed frames, we've got 22. We've actually just had our delivery last week of for this month. Yeah. And then for every month up until October, we've actually got 20 arriving each month.
In each size, so in small open, small closed, even XL, but I think we've got like only a 2 in XL per month, whereas we've got more mediums and larges, but we're very well stocked, and that's all the way up until October. Yeah, and then we also are 90% sure it will not change for 2022, but that is yet to be announced, but we're very confident it won't be. There's nothing new coming from Bosch, and Moustache, they're at the top of their game with it. So that's all we have for you. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.